So, did you do any research or preparation before you came here?
Absolutely. I learned about Korea. I learned about food. I learned about what I would miss. Like the stuff I read was you're gonna miss eggs because no one makes eggs. I'm like, when I got here, I immediately found good places that make good breakfast. So, but then they teach you online. You'll see a lot of neon and stuff like that, and how Korea can be homogenized and so forth. So, I did as much research as I possibly could before I set foot on it.
Is there anything you do miss?
I miss seeing my niece and nephews grow up.
Okay.
But thank God for Instagram.
Yeah.
My sister's always posting pictures.
And the internet.
Yeah. So it's like I'm watching, but I miss playing with them.
Do you have Skype?
Family. I do have Skype, but I usually only talk on the phone for something. I don't know why I don't use Skype. But other than that, I miss some of my friends and fraternity brothers. Like things like homecoming at school, at the university, or homecoming at the church, where everybody's cooking all this great food, and you're seeing all your friends and stuff like that. Things like that I miss.
I miss having being able to barbecue like every day.
Barbecue every day?
Yeah, I barbecue every day pretty much back home.
Interesting. Nice.
Yeah. Well, you know how I'm a real picky eater, Cody.
Okay.
How about Korean food?
Certain things I like. Samgyeopsal, haemultang, which is fish soup, bulgogi, which is their beef with a sweet sauce and everything. But a lot of times their food can be very, very spicy, and I do not like spicy food.
No.
So it does not work well for me.
But how about you want to talk a little bit about Thailand? So you made enough money that you saved up. You just went on a 4-month.
4-month trip to Thailand to train in Muay Thai, 6:30 to 9:30 every morning, and then 4 to 7 every night. Nothing but kicks and punches and lifting weights, all that good stuff.
And you just found a gym.
Yeah, I had been to this gym 3 years ago, and I knew that I wanted to come back.
Yeah. And you got certified.
I got open water certified. I had always wanted to go diving, but I had ear problems as a child, and I was nervous about what that would mean when it comes to equalizing or the pressure getting to your ears. And I went to the ENT. He said I was fine. Went scuba diving, and actually it was very easy to equalize. As I went down, just pinched my nose and breathed, and everything was fine. So I got down to 18 meters.
Wow. Have you done any other traveling like in Asia?
No, I haven't. That is the one thing that I want to do more of. The first year that I was here, I didn't travel because I was just saving my money so that I could pay off debt. The second year, and the second and third year, I saved my money for Thailand. So this year, I'm going to be saving a little money because I still got student loans to pay off, but I do want to do some more travel.
So did you come here basically to pay off your student loans? Did that factor in it?
I came here just to live abroad. Student loans, they have like less than 6% interest rate, so it's not that big of a deal for me. But it's something that I definitely want to get off my shoulders because I've already got my credit card debt out the way, paid off my car, and I did all that when I was living in the Caribbean. Student loans is the only thing that happened.
Oh, wow. Do you have any advice for anybody who might want to try this but might be a little scared?
Yes. If you come to Korea, be open-minded. Learn about the culture before you get here. If you realize this, always understand that the way they do things here isn't wrong, it's just different. And there's a big difference between something being absolutely wrong and something just being different. And sometimes we can forget that as a foreigner. We can say, oh my God, that is just so unbelievable. But then when it's something that people are used to, that's their lifestyle, you just got to sit back and say, okay, that's you. We'll agree to disagree and move on.
And the conformity.
Yeah, the conformity can be a bit of an issue. Korea has Asians in general have what's called the Asian F. If you make an A minus on a test, it's not good enough, and that can it applies in schools and in their life. So Korean women have a very high fashion sense. They're not just going to walk around looking any kind of way, you know. So they expect you to have that same fashion sense. Korean men, it's the same, you know. So they when you're here, they strive for perfection in the things that they do. Me as an American, I'm like, I strive for a B plus, and that's good enough for me, you know. But Koreans always want that 100%.
Yeah. Any pet peeves?
Pet peeves. When Koreans look at me and say, why do you do this way and not the way that we do it, and then they get upset about it. I'm like, really? I don't get upset with you, you know, but hey, all right, whatever.
It's different.
It's different, but it is what it is. It can be a little weird when they look at me and they say, "Are you single? Or are you married?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am," or "No, I'm not." And then they say, "Well, why aren't you married? How old are you?" "Oh my God, you're getting up there in age. You need to get a wife and kids and all this good stuff."
Yeah, it's like first question they ask after they meet you is, "How old are you?"
You're right.
And then, "Are you married?" And then, if you're not married, do you have a girlfriend?
Right. So, because here, when a young lady hits 30, if she isn't married by then, she thinks that she is just trash and it's just over for her. And I'm like, are you serious? You are a beautiful lady at 30, just as even more beautiful for some than at 20. But not wrong, just different.
It is not wrong, just different. I like that saying. Not wrong, just different. Any final words of wisdom?
Come to Korea. I recommend that to anybody. Or travel abroad and just see what it's like to live as a foreigner. Because when you go back to your country, you'll realize, you know, those Mexicans down the street, or the Indians, or the Persians, or whatever, they got to put up with a lot of stuff, and we take a lot of it for granted when we're living in our own country.
Like you say, like those people back home who go, "Oh, you're in my country, so learn English."
Yeah. Go to another country and try learning their language. And every time you say a word and you're like, "Why don't you understand what I'm saying?" You're not saying it right. But I'm saying it exactly like you're saying it. No, you're not. It's a totally different syllable that you're saying. It can drive you crazy.
Yeah. So it gives you perspective.
It does.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That was